Now, we get into public domain. I don't know why I always say it like that, but just adds a little bit of a catch to it.
You gotta do your thing, bro.
Yeah. Part 1, the people. Origin, or topic 1, origin. Mr. Desmond Walen, sir, it's been a long time coming. We've been meaning to get you on the show for a long time. We've been meaning to introduce to the Crosscast more personalities from the Downtuned Productions camp. The same group of musicians associated with, and not limited to, Nitheful, Abhorrent Abomination, Abysmal Torment, I do believe, U.S. local, Abysmal Torment, Abhorrent Abomination, and Cenobites, PA. There are a lot of bands, there are a lot of projects that are associated with this label, though the Downtuned Productions camp has been rather quiet recently. I think Mr. Nick Saya, from what Derek has been telling me, and without revealing too much because this is Nick's business, it is not mine, well, burnout. Everybody gets kind of burnt out on their creative medium when it is not as successful as they were hoping for it to be. However, I will have you people know, Nitheful is cooking up their next major release. I really hope you like it. It's supposed to be the most unnerving thing that they've ever done. But I digress. Today we are hosting Desmond of AlastorsGashur, one of those many heavy, unholy projects inside of the Downtuned Productions camp. So, let's go ahead and start off by more casually introducing you. Obviously, I've said your name. Go ahead and say it again. And tell us your role in AlastorsGashur, please and thank you.
My name is Desmond Walen, and
Walen,
I'm
okay.
the lead vocalist for AlastorsGashur.
Fuck yeah. Now, if I remember correctly, one of the many things that people can distinguish AlastorsGashur from other projects in the Downtuned Productions camp is that AlastorsGashur, doesn't it have 2 vocalists, or is it just you?
It's 2 vocalists.
2 vocalists, okay. 2 vocalists, I think Blackened Deathcore or Blackened Slamming Deathcore, one of those 2, right?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, beautiful. And maybe next time, after this session goes well, we can hope to get the second vocalist on the show as well. After all, we have yet to cook up a Crosscast intro where it is 2 vocalists jumping on the intro at the same time. But, I mean, hell, people, we all know how much the deathcore community enjoys Angel Maker, Despised Icon, Peacemaker Florida, Lucrezia, who we've had on the show. There's just a certain there's a certain mechanic. There's a certain jump up as far as the music quality when you have multiple vocalists who are devoted to doing vocals on the songs. It just makes it more fun, in my opinion. But
I agree with you.
Yeah. How did music become important to you?
Music became important to me when I first listened to the most heaviest band that I've ever listened to at the time, which was Suicide Silence, The Cleansing. And Mitch just brought something out of me that wanted me to do something like that. So, from the likes of Mitch Lucker, Phil Bosman, CJ McCreary, Devin Duarte, and nowadays it's even Ryan Vale from Synestia and Larcinia Row that just keeps trying to make me want to push more and push more. So I just do everything I can. I want to keep posting music out there, try to get my name out there. So far, it's actually helped out a lot. I've actually started to be in touch with this company that deals with their own horror store. So shout out to the horror family. Love you guys. But yeah, I was able to sell my merch over there.
Okay.
So a few of them over here. And then shout out to Nasty Promotions as well for hooking me up, sharing my stuff. And also if I have a full band, bro, I can start playing live shows. That's literally like what's going on. So I'm just trying to get shit moving. I'm trying to do what I can, but it's only me at the moment because everyone else got their own lives that they got to handle and or finances, whatever. So I just keep pushing more music, as you can check out on my Facebook, Beckoning Oblivion, Obscurity, and I also have a third song on the way. So
Hell yeah. No, I look forward to that. And I mean, honestly, I was thinking about making that change today, and chances are I will still be making that change today. This is something we talked about even before we started recording. Even before my smoke break, my break of getting the fix. Chances are, people, today I will finally be financing the instrumental for Blind Without Our Failures and its second song. So if that does end up happening today, that'll mean the project can finally freaking move forward, because it's been 4 years since the first song. I have a bunch of stuff road mapped out. It's literally just the money. It's just the money that's missing. I even have people who are interested in participating in the band itself. And that's cool. That's great. However, when they don't have material to work with, that's when it starts becoming, what are we doing now type of question. So, hopefully we can make that happen today.
Well,
So,
I have everything written, so it's pretty much just needs to get the financing ready and everyone else on the same page, and then we can move forward.
exactly. So, more or less, I think the second bulletin mini question inside the topic of origin has already been answered. Suicide Silence was more or less the catalyst of you starting Alastor's Gash. So, if there was a second or third place contender for who or what got you into heavy music, what would that second or third place contender be?
Second place has to be Dimmu Borgir, black metal finest. Norway, of course. We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
But I've been listening to them since I was like 12. And I've just always been loving their music. I've always loved the atmospheric sound, the dark tones, the blast beats, so heavy, and just raspy voice that Shagarath can do, which I wanted to accustom the raspiness. So that's why, like, when I do my lows, it's like more raspy than anything. It's like a whole bunch of shit going on.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And
Yes, sir.
I would have to say my third one. This might be weird, but I would have to say Cyclone 9.
Cyclone 9?
Cyclone 9, yep. It's more
I
like
am
a
unfamiliar.
gothic techno metal band.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Still in my goth phase, so
I think you're always going to be in your goth phase, but I mean, I might be dressed more colorfully, but I am too. Like, that's kind of just how it works. But no, that's interesting. So we got Suicide Silence, Dimmu Borgir, and Cyclone 9, and those are, you would say, probably the three most important aspects away from yourself, creatively, musically, that then fuel the machine that is Alastor's Gash.
yes.
Sweet. Were there local bands, scenes, or people that have pushed you forward along the way?
Actually, yeah. The very first band that actually like helped me go on stage for the first time, just as a feature was I believe it was 2014, We the Colossus.
Okay.
Their vocalist at the time was Matthew Paquette, and we used to just make screaming noises and stuff, and he's always like loved the way I do my vocals, so he's like, bro, you should jump on stage over here. So I went with him, I did it, and right after that I was like stuck. I was like, I gotta keep doing this.
Hell yeah. No, it's really sick. Not many people can say that, at least those who have been on the show so far, haven't had a story like that as far as being that involved in their local scene. Usually it's like, yeah, we knew a couple bands along the way, they've gone to other places, or we used to know this project that kind of just fizzled into non-existence. And I'm like, well, that's kind of sad, but you know, that is a part of your history. That is a part of your story. That's a cool one though. That's cool. I know I've had a couple of those experiences myself over the years with bands such as Of Sulfur. And when they were first getting started out, I have a story that I've said far too often on the show, so I will probably go ahead and quote and reference the Medusa Crosscast for that one. But yeah, I've had those experiences as well, and that just it makes you want to get just more involved into the scene when you feel like you could be welcomed on stage and you feel that your talents, your efforts as a vocalist are recognized. Then in that moment, yeah, of course you're going to want to push forward and get more involved into the scene. One day create your own project and hope that it does just as well as the projects that you jumped on stage to work with. That's awesome.
And
I think, yes, sir.
Oh, no,
You're
sorry.
good.
All right. And I would have to say the second person is Devin Duarte. He's actually helped me out a lot, and he just only mainly focus on one thing and one thing only. Just get it done, move on to the next. Don't worry about the outside, worry about the inside.
True. No, I like that. And it truly is a damn shame that we haven't heard anything from him since that of the Hunger Warm Shepherd album cycle, or really anything after that. But I get it. I completely understand that he ended up more or less getting overwhelmed by getting into a deathcore stardom so quickly. Like, I think I would probably be experiencing the same thing. And hopefully one day he will emerge from the shadows. But until then, you got to give the guy his space. You got to give the guy his peace. So shout out to Devin Duarte, one of my first ever guests in a public setting, mind you, where because of that, in the one Worm Shepherd session that we did do back in 2022, if not 2021, I felt bad and I felt really stupid for just deciding to skip over introducing him and allowing for him to tell his story. But at the same time, by now, I'm sure that there are other shows that have been able to tell his story, and that's really all that matters.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and segue then into topic 2, location. So I'm not sure where you are based. You have a pretty rich accent. Love the accent, to be honest.
Thank you.
Where are you located? Where are you based? And we don't have to do like city of state or anything like that, but what state are you based in?
Southeast Mass.
Oh, Massachusetts. Okay.
Yep.
Fucking awesome. That makes a lot of sense for the Devin Duarte connection. So, fun fact about where you grew up, sir.
It was shitty before, and now it got better.
It's like, that's all that there is to say.
Pretty much. There was really nothing going on in my city, but then a few years back, it started to like gain some coverage for some things, and also filmography started to come around here. So there's been at least 2 to 3 movies that's been shot here. So we've been getting more attraction, tourists over here, more freaking businesses around. So
Hell yeah.
it definitely helps out the city. And now there's a lot more things to do in the city.
Wonderful. Did where you grew up influence your creativity?
Yes and no. The yes part would have to be from my past, just more of like the negative stuff. But when it comes to the no part, I would have to say it's mainly from the music and horror movies. So it was like a mix between them.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, you end up experiencing things in your own personal history, and that ends up providing some type of context for what you would write. But other than that, I mean, depending on the movies you watched, well, not all of them were filmed in Massachusetts. So that makes a lot of sense. Do you still feel connected to where you're from?
Of course.
And
I'm just always around here, and it's always going to be the 508. So
Understood. All right. Well, that might be the shortest location segment, but that's okay.
sorry.
Topic. No, you're good. You're good. Topic 3: Gear Graveyard. With you and the other vocalists being the only members of Alastors's Gash, and then Nick Saya contributing to instrumentals so far. Would you consider yourself a gearhead?
Since I got into music nowadays, yeah, oh yeah, I got a lot of shit.
Okay, let's talk about that then. Current setup.
Current setup is my Focusrite Scarlett Gen 1, and then I have the Cloud Lifter with the XLR cables, the Shure SM7B. Yeah, and then headphones, I'm using heavies. Heavies.
Okay.
So far that's that. But for live stuff, I have like a couple Bluetooth connectors, so like no wires there. Don't have to deal with none. But I mainly have everything else. The other vocalist, he doesn't like he contributes, so it kind of
Okay. Dream setup.
dream setup.
Dream setup.
Uh, I'm not very specific when it comes to those,
No
and
worries.
I'm just pretty much having fun with it as I go. You
Okay.
know, whatever comes to me, I'll do my best to get them,
Yeah.
and works out, works out. You know,
Hell yeah. Worst gear you've ever had to use.
one I would have to say I've been having issues with that short 58. For some reason, I don't know. It doesn't catch my full tone.
Hmm.
That
Interesting.
thing that keeps messing with me. But other than that, everything else catches.
That's good. Well, let's see. Um, let's go ahead and jump into topic 4, the funnel. I guess we can go ahead and reference the most recent EP in your discography, right? Because that's like the biggest thing that you've dropped, to the best of my knowledge.
It's my baby, yeah.
Yeah. So in that case, give us 5 things that helped shape this release, whether it be other albums, movies, people, games, life experiences, anything.
I would have to say, um, with the release of Dawn of Suffering, the whole idea about that was I was see, I look up Hellraiser things like it could be comic books, it could be books, it could be movies, etc. And I came across this comic book, and it was a collaboration with I don't know if you know that movie, Clive Barker's Nightbreed.
No.
Well, they had a collaboration between Hellraiser and Nightbreed. In that story itself, it has to deal with rogue Cenobites trying to start a holy war with the Nightbreeders. That's where the whole Alice's Gash comes into play.
Okay.
Because the rogue Cenobites were called, well, they named themselves Alice's Gash, but they ended up all perishing from Leviathan, Pinhead, etc.
Interesting.
So in that comic book, that's where I started thinking, I'm like, okay, we are Alice's Gash. Now we need more people. We need to initiate more Cenobites to join us for the Holy War. So where Citadel or Leviathan came in, our first ever song, that one we was having fun, but I also wanted to tell the story of more of you are a Cenobite yourself, and you're just listening to what Leviathan's telling you. You are just his servant. Now, when it comes to the next track, Creation Chamber, that's where we start to try to find a select person and turn them into a Cenobite themselves within the Citadel of Leviathan. That's where the creation chamber is held. So now we're in the process of creating our own. So that's why in Reborn for War, that's why we got Jordan Foster from Flesh Digest, aka, well, not aka, but also Holy Oracle. That's why he joined with us, and we thought it was actually a perfect spot for him because he would be the Cenobite that we need to unleash our war against everyone and conquer it and create hell on earth. So
Interesting.
the fourth one, that's to signify like we are the Order of the Gash. We are here to say this is our shit. Don't touch my shit. That's mine. So that's when we got Devin Duarte because he's been our favorite vocalist. So we're like, fuck it, why not? So we are the Order of the Gash. Ends from there, but once it ends up being the last track, Hell on Earth, that's when it shows our destruction and how we just don't care. We're just gonna raise this skin flag up, and we own it. That's it. So that's the whole thing of Dawn of Suffering.
Badass. And therefore, ladies and gentlemen, and everything possibly in between, I think that was the most seamless, most organic, most authentic approach for an Under the Skin segment that we've ever done, without even mentioning Under the Skin. We went track by track. We had Mr. Desmond Walen explain the story and how this Dawn of Suffering EP and Alastor's Gash is all referencing Hellraiser, which I never saw that coming. But that's fucking awesome. That's great. So, yeah. Y'all have your Under the Skin segment now. But, topic 5. Being that it's just you and the other vocalist, hopefully we'll host them next time. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
What do you all do outside of music to connect? Or what do you two do outside of music to connect?
Well, that's when the nerd comes out. Me and my buddy play Magic the Gathering. Sometimes we go on trail walks, horror conventions and all that. Just meet up, chill, hang out, have a good time, and then we can talk business right when it's just me and him.
I love that. And how do you stay connected as people, would you say?
Just be more involved. Like, if you see something different, try it out.
Yeah. No, for sure. I like that. Well, pretty easy commentary so far. That just makes this easy to edit. But part 2, we have the anatomy. These are the more depersonalized questions for Mr. Desmond Walen. Topic 1, we have the body. Between the two members, if the band was a living organism, who would be what? And keep this in mind, because I think this is important to explain. Because it is only 2 vocalists right now, and you guys have yet to acquire the rest of the body, the rest of the vessel. This doesn't have to be a complete body immediately. But between you and the other vocalist, what body parts do you think you would both be for Alastor's Gash? If it was one body.
It could be any body part.
Yes.
I think I might. I would have to say I would be the hand that grips and pulls. Like, just still bringing it forward no matter what.
Yeah.
And I would say the other vocalist, he could be my back. He
I
takes
like that.
blows, but he just keeps going.
I like that. Sick. So we got a hand and a back. Might as well just be the plate of the back. And we got these 2 pieces kind of disconnected, like an Indonesian makhluk, just kind of floating, doing their thing. You're wondering what the hell is going on here, but I like it. I do like that. I always usually expect these days, after doing the body segment as many times as I have, to hear I would be the heart and he would be the mind. I appreciate the answer that you gave instead. Like, it has to shake it up a little
What
bit.
is it inside? It's just a heart and a head. That's it.
Exactly.
At least for me, on my, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Topic 2, more or less, we've already covered in a really, really fun way. Alastor's Gash. Well, it represents a comic book specific collaboration between the Hellraiser and Nightbreeder narrative, where there was a rogue group of Cenobites called Alastor's Gash. Would you say there's anything else to the name other than that?
Nope, that's literally it.
Wonderful.
Book Hellraiser Jahid.
Jahid. I like that.
That is.
Topic 3 then. The DNA. If Alastor's Gash was the child of 2 bands and 2 bands only, who would be the parent bands?
Oh, damn. You really hit me with that, guy?
Yeah.
Well, I know the other vocalist would be happy to say this, but I would have to say from his portion, like it would be my mom, his dad. All right. So his dad would be the Black Dahlia murder. And for me, I would have to say the cleansing.
Interesting. Well, mind you, bands, not albums. Unless the cleansing is a band that I just don't know about.
No, Suicide Silence. Sorry.
Okay. So, yeah, let's go ahead and try to... So, Suicide Silence and the Black Dahlia murder, then? Okay, gotcha. I mean, that makes sense. You remind me enough of Trevor Strand. You got the bill for it. What distinguishes Alastor's Gash from other bands in the blackened deathcore ecosystem? Now, this is kind of a layered question, and I might need to adjust it over time or just leave it how it is, because this means that the answer depends on the person's interpretation. So what I mean by this is either what distinguishes Alastor's Gash from other bands in the deathcore ecosystem, like where do you think it is on the food chain, or what do you think Alastor's Gash's niche and purpose is in the blackened deathcore, or, pardon me, Ignite the Church ecosystem.
I would have to say we just want to bring a different type of horror, but also a different type of structure when it comes to our songs. We don't want it to be the same repetitive breakdowns, solos, like what we always hear. Oh, this person sounds like this person sounds like that person. We want to be that band that distinguishes that certain tone that you could be like, oh, that's Alice's Gash. Not, oh, this must be this person or that band.
Yeah. I do apologize. I missed the last part after you mentioned wanting to like sound different and like not make the same breakdowns. My headphones disconnected.
No, that's all right. When it comes to like a lot of these bands, it's like the same structure, the same type of tones that you just hear day in, day out, and you just want something different. Something that's like, it could be, you want more story based than anything instead of just breakdown. I wanted to bring to the table of, we are here, we are different, and it's, you can like it or you can hate it. Either way, it don't matter to us because we're loving it, we're enjoying ourselves, and that's really all that really counts to me.
Right. Well, I think one thing that is truly fascinating is that Alastor's Gash ends up being a very Brand of Sacrifice-esque band. And what I mean by this is not with the subgenre, not with the EDM-influenced deathcore so far, because from what I remember and the song I've heard, I didn't really get those same type of synthwave-infused breakdowns. But what's really interesting is that there is an opportunity for Alastor's Gash to be an openly and blatantly Hellraiser themed deathcore band. Not many bands can really do that sort of thing for copyright reasons or what have you.
Yeah.
But Hellraiser is an interesting narrative, I think, because it really does have you disassociate with the idea of what angels are, for example, or archangels are. It kind of flips that on its head and almost has a more Torah approach.
A lot of people.
Yeah. It's strange. It's very, very strange. And I will admit, the first time that I watched it, I'm like, wait a minute. Did Berserk influence Hellraiser, or did Hellraiser influence Berserk? Because they do have kind of a similar, like, the angels are actually just bad. They're just batshit crazy. They don't care about humanity. They regard us as cattle, that type of thing. And, the angels are not angels. They just have a lot of power that surpasses mortal life. But then I think of, I forgot which one it is. It's the one angel in the Hellraiser story that has like the glasses or whatever, and he's like got his lips pouted. I don't know what his name is, but he reminds me hella of the more like grubby archangel from Berserk as well. You know what I'm talking about, right?
You talking about Butterball?
I think so, yeah.
The one with the
yeah. Like Butterball. That's one. Is that his actual name?
That's his name, yeah.
It's Butterball. That's insane. But yeah, I guess I'm just kind of noticing parallels between those two narratives, and at least Butterball to whatever the other angel in Berserk is. But they're both very dreary narratives for sure. They're both very melancholy narratives. Unfortunately, though, in Berserk, the Hand of God, I think the Hand of God, yeah, the Order of Angels, they're not there to like punish bad people in grotesque ways. They're just there to fuck with humanity the moment that the Behelit is awakened. Hellraiser, I appreciate that narrative more because it's like, well, yeah, we're angels. It's just, we're not bright and cheery. We're not these perfectly beautiful people like you thought we were, because we are here to enact suffering upon those that we think are worthy of that suffering. Or at least that's what I've understood so far with the Hellraiser narrative. Maybe you can correct me on that, because you have a whole band project more or less circulated around the narrative.
It just all goes by like your lust, pretty much the 7 deadly sins. It all refers by that. It's like your greed, your lust, yeah, pretty much everything. And they just hear that this can grant everything for you. So their lust makes you want to just try it out. And they just learn the hard way.
Right.
And I feel like when it comes to the Hellraiser universe like that, yeah, sometimes what you want and you like your type of addiction towards it, like whatever it may be, it could be your demise at that point. You want to keep tracking, you want to keep looking into stuff that we have no idea about. All right, learn for it yourself.
Yeah.
This guy, he learned the hard way.
I noticed the skull in the background. I'm like, wow, that looks really real.
He opened the box. He played with it. Hey, I told him not to. He didn't listen.
Nice. No, I love that. But what I do think is kind of like my projected answer for the distinguishing question regarding the Ignite the Church ecosystem is exactly that. Alastor's Gash could easily be in the future, once it gains more momentum, once it gains more reception, could be easily regarded as the Hellraiser band in the community, or the Hellraiser themed band, without infringing too much on copyright. And I think you guys should definitely embrace that. I think that could be really, really fun. I could definitely see then, and I think it would fit the vibe more if there was just, I don't know his name. Maybe it is Leviathan. No, Leviathan and Pinhead are two different characters. Yeah. So like, Pinhead on the front of a shirt. It's just like, oh, yeah, that works. Or even interpretations of the Alastor's Gash Cenobite cult thing going on.
Yeah.
I think people would really appreciate that.
Which I do have a few ideas when it comes to making the character myself. So Eventually, I will be giving some teasers out so you guys can properly see what I will look like as a Cenobite.
Ooh, okay, okay. I like that. Fuck yeah. Well, in that case, ladies and gentlemen, early on, participate, plug in, and prepare for that near future of Desmond Walen and his other member, their artistic interpretations of what those Cenobite OCs will look like. Topic 4, we have the autopsy. More or less, we already did this. We already explained all the tracks on the Dawn of Suffering EP. We explained their places in the story of the AlastorsGashur rogue cult of Cenobites. However, I guess one thing we can do during the autopsy segment of this crosscast is ask which song you think is the most effective and has the most narrative, has the most meaning to it. And if there isn't anything you've explained already, or any lore, any meaning to the lyrics, maybe double entendres, that you have yet to gash open or rip open,
Yeah,
let's go ahead and dig into that.
I would have to say the song that really speaks to me is not just because one of my favorite vocalists is on it, but I would have to say "We Are the Order of the Gash." That one spoke to me because I feel like that's the type of tone, that's the sound that we need. This is completely different than what you normally would hear. And if it was your first time listening to it, you would be like, wow, this shit's different. It spoke to me because that's what I'm all about. The weirdos, the different people, the loners, like everything else. That's what I'm all about. So the different, the better.
Hell yeah. I like that. And because I haven't listened to these songs just yet, and most likely right after this crosscast, I will be diving headfirst into a Black Ops 7 zombie shred montage with the music of this EP in the background. I anticipate listening to these songs for the first time. Yeah, of course. It just gives me something more involved to do. I just hope I don't catch you too off guard when I have a full airsoft uniform on while I'm playing COD and just like, alright, so this is the Order of the Gash.
Waiting for October 8th to come out. I'll be playing Hellraiser game when it comes out.
See, that's exactly what I was thinking about too. I was just about to ask you about that. Like, you ready for that new game? Because I appreciate the narrative, but like, I don't know. I've been kind of in my head recently, and narratives like that are kind of unnerving. But that's really the point of it. That's like they're doing a good job if it's unnerving to some people. But
well,
yeah. So let's go ahead and then segue from the autopsy. Topic 5, we have the reincarnation, which this can kind of go a few ways, and I think this might actually be a better question asking about the band, asking about AlastorsGashur as a project. For the album, for the Dawn of Suffering EP, it asks if this album, or if this EP wasn't an EP, what would it be? We have the offered bulletins of horror film, book, cursed VHS tape, video game, and or artifact. Well, because AlastorsGashur revolves around the Order of the Gash, I think that kind of answers itself. Like, it could be a DLC within the Hellraiser game, the upcoming Hellraiser game, or something like that. So, at least for this crosscast, what I want to ask instead is if AlastorsGashur was not a two-vocalist Black and Deathcore project revolving around the Order of the Gash, what do you think it would be as far as something that you and the other vocalists are working on together? Might it be a fan fiction Hellraiser D&D campaign of sorts? How would this connect you both if it wasn't a musical project? And what do you think you'd be doing instead creatively? I know that's a loaded question. Like, goddamn. Sorry, but
it's just more nerd stuff.
True
just,
shit.
Like I would say like a horror fantasy D&D.
Sounds pretty on the money with that intuition. I mean, it's pretty easy to turn it into a D&D campaign. Then that's awesome.
Well, it just makes more sense.
For sure. So yeah, I mean, over time, really, if it wasn't a band, this campaign, I'm sure, would probably build upon the comics, the crossover comics that already exist, and who knows where it could go. But I mean, in this timeline, or at least for now, it just ends up being a band. Just ends up being a band project with an EP out, and in the same way that you would do during a D&D campaign, I'm sure you guys are just planning to build upon the lore of the Order of the Gash, correct?
Yes, indeed.
Fantastic. Well, here's to the future of the Order of the Gash, which that is a strong Facebook community name, by the way, if you don't already have that set up. I'm just saying. like
we're just the Order. Like,
the Order, okay.
And the fans are called the Order because we are the Order of the Gash.
True.
Whoever wants to join us and suffer with pleasure, that's all fine with us. Come join us.
There you go. Topic 6. We have, well, actually, no, we can discuss the artwork of the EP a little bit, I'm sure. Who did you end up working with originally for the Dawn of Suffering EP?
When it comes to the artwork, I just have to be truthfully honest. It is AI, but it wasn't. I didn't buy it off anyone. I just needed to find something that can say, all right, us. So I decided to make one myself, just changing it in different ways. But I wanted something not that you could look at it and be like, oh, you can see what it is, or you could distinguish, oh, it's human this, or it's that person that. No, I wanted it to be completely like you do not know who these two Cenobites are. They are just sitting there watching you because they're kings of their own realm right now. So it's pretty much of that, which obviously now I have like the funds for it, so I can definitely get like real artwork. So that's gonna be a must.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate your honesty and your phantom transparency and disclosing that it is AI art generated, because I can tell you this right now, I would not have been able to tell. And maybe that gives credit to the machine. But of course, then I think this gives you the opportunity to look into even like fan art or fan artists that are involved in that culture, in that group, that just fucking tails this game.
There is one guy.
Yeah.
There is a guy. I'm not gonna say who. I don't want to like spoil it, but he works on stuff of what we write about. So it's pretty killer, and he's also worked on Silent Hill. So
okay. So you're planning on recruiting this person potentially?
Yes.
For your okay. I like that. Redemption arc. I'm kidding. But man, that would really be groundbreaking. I think that'd be really groundbreaking, because if you go from art that you just felt the need to generate yourself and then go straight to the source of someone who's worked on stuff for these IPs, that's going to be groundbreaking for the industry. And then you kind of have no choice but to be like, yeah, we're a Hellraiser themed deathcore band from Massey. It's like, oh shit, cool. Like
when you look at his work, oh yeah, you'll definitely know.
Okay. Well, you definitely got to send me at least in the DMs, bro. You got to send me this account. So, topic 6, we have the Instinct. Okay. Why did Dawn of Suffering become an EP instead of an album?
Finances.
I thought so.
I mean, just with me doing my thing, being a father, like also going out with the wife, doing our thing, and then the other vocalist doing his thing. So it was just mainly finances, like at that time. But I'm all fucking locked and loaded. to get going. I already fucking wrote like 6 songs already.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking ready. Just gotta wait for others.
Hell yeah. Sweet. And I really do hope that the next time then that we have Alastor's Gash on the Anatomy Crosscast, not only is it you, but it's your other vocalist and maybe other members that you have scooped up since the uploading, the public domain uploading of this Crosscast. I think that'll be really fun. Really, really fun. Now we got the final segment, my friend. And after all, I think we only spent an hour total on this session. That is insane. We just breezed through these questions.
Oh, you know?
Yeah. But this is Slingshot, okay? This is for the networking. This is to show, you know, that this session went well. So, what one song from the Alastor's Gash discography, or specifically the Dawn of Suffering EP, do you want me to put right now on TAC's Greatest Hits, the Spotify playlist where we at least host a song from every band that we host along the way?
We are the Order of the Gash.
I thought so. And why, sir, do you want this song on TAC's Greatest Hits? What speaks out, like, what speaks out to you about it? Oh, I don't know, probably the fucking, we are the Order of the Gash. Like,
It's pain and it brings pleasure. That's all I need.
Hell yeah. And we'll go ahead and do that right here, live, on the Anatomy Crosscast for all of your viewing pleasure. I'm just opening up Spotify, and because I do not have my Ethernet cable plugged into the PC as we speak, it's a little bit slower, but not that much. So as soon as this loads, which I will be editing out for sure, like, we'll go ahead and get the Order of the Gash on that TAC's Greatest Hits Spotify playlist. And I think one thing that'll be really cool one day, just speaking about the show in general, is that, like, imagine one day we have just enough traction, we have just enough traffic and reception going on that, like, people are paying attention to the playlist and they're like, okay, who are they having on? These sessions don't upload until at least a week or two or more after the session's been recorded. Who did they get on most recently? This will give you guys a sneak peek into who we are hosting next. One day you might see just fucking Zavleg and a song by them just pop onto the playlist and you'll be like, oh, like, they did it. That's more or less the goal of this playlist from a bigger picture. But, ooh, okay, I do like the artwork for that single. Right. Jesus, I almost missed that opportunity. Let's go ahead and share. Spotify, share. We don't need to share the audio. We really don't. And then, boop, 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 boop. Need to move that out of the way slightly. The Order of the Gash. Add to playlist. TAC's Greatest Hits. And now let's go to TAC's Greatest Hits. Make sure that it's on there, for goodness sake. I definitely need to, I need to fix the artwork for this playlist, but I have the photos and everything for it now, so that'll be happening soon. Look at all this music, people. Look at our legacy, the bands we've hosted. So much shit. But going all the way down, boom. The Order of the Gash, Alastor's Gash, and Devin Duarte of Worm Shepherd. I love you, miss you, buddy. I really do. I just wonder if we should add a Crystal Laker Last 10 Seconds of Life song to it because of hosting John Robert C. recently. But
Is the Order of the Gash from the EP itself, or is that the single?
Oh, this is a single version. You right. Okay. Remove from this playlist. Well, I kind of like the art for that. So I think we'll keep this version. It's on the EP, but this is the single version. That's okay. And
art
then,
too.
Yeah. Right.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Stop share, and then last couple questions. What's next for the band? We've more or less talked about this, but let's get a more confined message for the Order.
I would have to say, try to get this full album. Definitely put my. I just need Forward, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just put my foot in between the door and just make a name, you know?
Exactly.
So it's,
What shout outs would you want to put out there into the ether for everything that has occurred so far?
shout out to my boy Matt, the horror family. Love you, guy. Shout out to Derek Connolly of Nitheful. Shout out to Downtuned Productions. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to my other lead vocalist, Tyler. Shout out to you for having me on here.
Hell yeah.
And shout out to everybody else that's watching at home.
Hell yeah. Last question of the night, sir. Who should appear on TAC in the future, and why should they be dissected the same way that Alastors's Gash was today on the 4th of July?
Huh. Let's see. I would have to say Flesh Digest.
Okay.
You got to go after my boy Jordan.
I mean, I've been in touch with him since, like, I think at least 22 or 23. We just never made anything happen, and then he just kind of disappeared off the internet. So, Jordan, where are you? Like, that's all I need to ask.
I know. Touring with Flesh Digest, so
Okay. Fair enough.
up, and I hope you do a show with him next.
Hell yeah. Who else would you recommend to the show?
Who else would I recommend? Honestly, Ryan Vale.
Ryan Vale, man. That would be sick.
Gotta give
sick.
it a try.
Oh, man. I hope he's willing to jump on the show this go around. I think he didn't want to jump on the show for the longest time because of, like, Derek's background controversies when he was one of the hosts of the show. Though, full disclaimer, I don't really care about any of those controversies, because the thing is, if it was Dickie Allen with Infant Annihilator, no one would give a shit about the lyrics that he was writing. It just happened to be with Derek, and people are like, oh, are you supporting Nazis now? I'm like, the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, for one, the neo-Nazis are the problem. For two, fucking their lyrics. They're just lyrics. He's not going and marching through the streets of Jacksonville, Florida, okay, in a full SS uniform. The closest thing he's gotten to that is fucking harassing churchgoers and just like, That's it. So it's like, fuck off with all that shit. But hopefully, disclaimer, out of absolute respect, we can get Ryan Vale on the show, and we can also get Jordan Foster from Flesh Digest on the show. I think those two recommendations are good enough, people. Yeah, that's the end of this Crosscast with Alastor's Gash, part 1. Hopefully a year from now, half a year from now, we will be bringing them back on for that of their full-length album, and maybe we'll listen to it with them early on.
Yeah.
That could be cool. Or even have the features that they had on the record also jump onto the show. We have yet to do that. I would love to do that, but we have to build more of a reputation for ourselves. We have to build more rapport with metal communities on a worldwide scale. So I understand, stepping stones, but still, like, we got a lot of work to do, but I think we can make that happen next time.
I think so as well. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everything possibly in between, that will be the end of the first date Crosscast with Desmond Walen of Alastor's Gash. And just like the great eternal music machine, let's keep cranking, and we'll see you next time.